Margarita here for another EFT tapping session with you. And today we're going to be focusing on infinite wealth and abundance. Now the first thing I want to do is just make a little apology. We're in the middle of summer here in Australia and there are cicadas all around us. We live near the bush, and if there's this kind of humming, it's just coming up now actually, there's this ebb and flow of them, the cicadas singing. It's their singing. And it can get a little annoying at times, so if that does happen, I do apologise. But because of where we live, there's not an awful lot I can do about it, unfortunately. So today, as I said, we're focusing on infinite wealth and abundance. And the thing is that your financial situation is a reflection of your mental and emotional belief systems around money and wealth. And this is what I call a wealth consciousness. So if you haven't got a wealth consciousness, then you have a poverty consciousness. And there could be dozens and dozens of different reasons that you don't feel safe to be wealthy, you don't feel you deserve to be wealthy. Maybe there's some family law that you picked up on when you were quite small and you don't want to break that law. And there's just many different subconscious programs that we tend to have around money. And if you alter those subconscious programs, your financial reality will change as well, believe it or not. There is a science around this, and there's plenty of information out there about the science of our subconscious programming. So if you haven't been exposed to that before, then just go and do a Google search on the subconscious mind and you'll find tons of information out there. So what we want to do is alter our subconscious programming, because we tend to have this belief as a community that there is a finite amount of money in the world, and it's actually not true. There is an infinite amount of money, wealth and abundance available to us. We just have to have the right programming and get into the flow of money. Get into alignment with money and wealth and abundance. And once you get into that, it just happens quite automatically. People like Richard Branson, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, all these people have a wealth consciousness. So that's what we're going to help you to achieve today. Now, if you've never experienced EFT or emotional freedom technique before, then please visit my website, www.healingandabundance.com, where you will find a tutorial that will teach you the technique. It's really quite simple, and then you can come back and tap along with me. It's a simple tapping technique, and through this tapping sequence. Now, what we're going to do first is rate a statement. The statement is, there's never enough money. So what you do is you say that statement and then you rate it on a scale of 0 to 10. 0 being that it's not true for you at all, 10 being the most true it could possibly be for you. So just say that statement out loud, there's never enough money, and rate it on a scale of 0 to 10. Okay, now we're going to start on the karate chop point. So just tapping there and repeat after me. Even though I believe there's never enough money, and I am living that out in my reality every day, I profoundly love and accept all of me. Even though I believe that there's a lack of money in the world, and that if I have more, others will have less, I choose to love and accept who I am and how I feel. Even though I have this belief that there is a limited amount of money to go around, and there's just not enough for everybody, including me, I profoundly love and accept who I am and how I feel. Okay, now we're going to tap through the points starting on the inside of the eye. There's never enough money. I know because I live it every day. I never have enough money. My family never had enough money. My friends never have enough money. I have proof everywhere telling me there's not enough money. And if I have more, people will have less. It's not fair for me to have more money, because there's not enough to go around as it is. There was never enough for my family. And I live that reality every day. Money's a finite resource. There's just not enough to go around. Nobody ever has enough money, including me. There's too many people and not enough money. Money doesn't grow on trees. I learnt that when I was very young. Money's always a struggle, because there's not enough to go around. And if I have more, others will have less. So I refuse to have more money, because that would be really unfair. And it would break my family rules. My family never had enough money. I saw them struggle for money all the time. And I have proof all around me that there's not enough money. They're saying it all the time in the media. There's a lack of money all around the world. Just not enough to go around. There's never enough money. That's the way it was with my family. And that's the way it's always been for me. There's just never enough money. Okay, take a breath and release it. Okay, now you want to go back and rate that statement, there's never enough money, on a scale of 0 to 10. Because what we want to do is bring the reality of that statement for you down. We want to bring it down to around about a 2 before we continue on to the positive tapping round. Now, this is what's really, really great with emotional freedom technique. If you can think about what happened for you when you were younger, what was going on with your family with money? Was there this struggle around money? Were there arguments around money? Did your family never have enough money? Were there specific incidences that you can remember and conversations and things that were said about money? What was your family truth around money? Because the ages of 0 to 7 are really critical for our subconscious programming. That's when we are most influenced by the people who are our caregivers, who brought us up. We take on their programming, and if that was their programming, then we just adopt it automatically, unfortunately. But you can change it. You can have a wealth consciousness by using techniques like these to change your subconscious programming. And the truth is, there is infinite abundance and wealth. There is no limit to money. There are trillions of dollars changing hands every single day. It's just up to you to step into the flow of money. So if you've brought that particular statement down to a 2 or below, then what we're going to do is move on to the tapping round, the positive tapping round. If not, either go back and do that particular sequence again, or If there are statements that are more pertinent to you and visions that you have and statements that were made in your household, use those for tapping on this particular issue. If you've brought it down to that level, then we're going to move on to the positive tapping round. So tapping on the karate chop point. Even though I still believe there's never enough money, I know that that's just my subconscious programming. And I am ready to embrace a new paradigm of infinite wealth and abundance. Even though I'm still stuck with this belief that money is a finite resource, I am ready to let go of that belief system and step into infinite wealth and abundance. Even though I still feel like there's never enough money, because I live that reality every day, I'm ready to let go of that old belief system and see infinite abundance around me everywhere. And step into a new paradigm of wealth consciousness. Okay, tapping through the points, starting on the inside of the eye. I still am stuck in this belief that there is never enough money. And I am ready to leave that behind forever. I choose to release that paradigm from my nervous system now. I like knowing that there is infinite abundance. I love seeing evidence of infinite wealth all around me. I choose to step into wealth consciousness now. I love knowing that I can make the choice of creating a wealth consciousness. And that's what I choose right now. I choose to see evidence of infinite money and wealth all around me. And step into the flow of money. I choose to believe making money is easy. And that I don't have to struggle anymore. I love stepping into a new wealth consciousness. I love knowing that there is infinite wealth available to me. All I have to do is align with it. And I choose to align with it right now. I love seeing evidence of wealth and abundance everywhere in my reality. And even if others are struggling, I choose to step out of that poverty consciousness and into wealth consciousness. I choose to know that infinite wealth and abundance is available to me right now. I love believing that there is infinite money available to me. I choose to see evidence of it everywhere in my reality. And leave behind the old belief systems that there's never enough money. That's just my old programming. Maybe I don't feel safe stepping into wealth. Maybe I don't feel like I deserve it. Maybe there's some family rule that I'll be breaking by being wealthy. Maybe I just don't know any better. Until now. And now I choose to leave all that old programming behind. Whatever has been blocking me from receiving wealth and abundance, I choose to leave it behind now. Because I know the only reason I don't have it is because I haven't been allowing it. And that's just my old programming. And I choose to leave behind all that programming now and be open to a wealth consciousness, an infinite wealth and abundance entering my reality. Okay, take a breath and release it. You know, the truth is there are tens, if not hundreds of different ways that money could show up for you. And it's really important to remember that for you to go to $0 to $1 million overnight is probably way outside of your reality unless you're going to win lotto. And while there is a small possibility that that's going to happen, please don't hang your hat on it, because it's more likely you're going to get disappointed on that one. And wealth consciousness is like, I liken it to somebody who wants to lose weight. And I can do this because I come from a personal training background. People spend 5, 10, 15, 20 years putting on the weight that they put on, and then they want to take it off in 2 weeks or a month. And it's just not realistic. Why, when you've spent all this time living a particular reality and with your wealth consciousness, living in a reality where there's never enough money, do not expect for it to change within a day, within a week, not even a month. You will see evidence of more money coming into your life. You will certainly see a shift in consciousness in a very short period of time. But look for the subtleties, because it's going to accumulate as you continue to do this tapping. And that's why I say to people, don't expect to do it once and then just have everything shift. You may see evidence straight away of great things happening with wealth in your life. But if you continue this process and put aside 5 to 10 minutes every day just to tap for at least 5 to 10 minutes, the longer the better, you will very quickly see an accumulation of transformation and shifts around wealth in your life. Persistence and consistency is the key. The other thing is that if you try it and stop and try it and stop and try it and stop and try it and stop, then your results are going to be very inconsistent and they're not going to stick. The same as getting healthy and fit and losing weight. Just a little bit at a time, watch the transformation over a period of time, and you know what? In 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, your life will be completely different. So there you go, that's tapping into infinite wealth and abundance. I really hope you've enjoyed this tapping today. Take care and happy tapping.